last into the gates. Light is on. Ready for the first. Imperial Force, the favourite, out to 340 here at the death. That's been the best price all day. Racing now. And Imperial Force left well. There's quite a few going forward. Pisces, Omnic and also Sovereign Hill. Just taking a while to master, but Sovereign Hill is going to outspeed them now and race to a length lead on Imperial Force up on the outside of Pisces. 2 for the back to Thundering Soul on the inside of Omnic. Then Harlem Queen, point and shoot back in the field from Amelius. And Perfumist 3 wide last of all, about 8 off the lead. Sovereign Hill in front down the side. By 3/4 to the favourite Imperial Force. 2 off to Pisces. 2 for the back to Thundering Soul on the inside of Omnic. A gap further back to point and shoot, hard pressed on the rails. It's outside Harlem Queen, Perfumist on a wide path. Amelius held up last of all. Sovereign Hill at the 450, held together turning for home. Staying nailed to the fence from Imperial Force the outside. 2 for the back to Pisces. Then came Omnic, further back to down the outside Perfumist, and point and shoots taking middle splits. These leaders under siege now, and Pisces dashed up at the 200 and Pisces draws 2 lengths clear. Favourites battling a fair bit here, and Pisces 2 in front from Imperial Force, and then came Omnic. Pisces clear. Pisces will win the first from Omnic, and Harlem Queen running home into third. Point and shoot fourth, followed by Amelius. Imperial Force, Sovereign Hill, the 2 leaders folded up. Then came Thundering Soul, and Perfumist was always well back and finished last.
The Fish, Pisces, gets the money in the first. Absolutely swum. Number 4, Pisces, Zach Lloyd and James Cummings win the opener on this heavy track at Newcastle. Omnic has run second. Harlem Queen is going to run third. And let's see if they've posted an opening time for race 1. 1200, running 1:11.66, 35, 62. 1:11.66 is pretty good going.
Yep, and they've opened the track up now, but just looking at it, it looks pretty good to me. They've marked it there, but hardly, if this rain stops, it will be no problem at all. We're running very even racing. So, well, that's a big improvement, wasn't it? They put him off the map the other day, and he just probably was a run short. He just cruised up to him there and kept going. So he's come back well. Omnic, I think he's got a future, that horse, still learning what it's all about. Encouraging debut from Harlem Queen. So, a little bit off the speed here for the first race. Yep, no excuses really. The winner was just far too good.
Yeah, I'm with you, Ronnie. I think whoever handles it the best here today, now that they've opened it up, it's just a matter of if that rain stays away, because it's only going to be the visibility for the jockeys later on. It looked like the track race quite evenly, got through it really, really well, the winner. Yeah, again, I could not fault.
Okay, Paul Reed's coming in. He's a Taurus, not a Pisces.
No, that's correct, Greg. Yes, that's definitely right.
Well, he's got something in common with a Fish.
Yeah, he does. He's he swam well there today anyway, the horse. So, but he showed nice improvement. He ran well first up. We probably thought he was on the inferior part of the track first up. Being the first race, we didn't know that on the time, but he come on really nice, and we expected him to run well.
Yeah, it's hard coming here on a track like this, knowing what to expect. You're more hoping, aren't you?
Oh, for sure, yeah. We've just got to go out there and hope they get through it, as you just said. But no, he's a nice little horse, heading the right way, does everything right, placed to where James wants him. He should be competitive.
Yeah, well done.
No worries, thanks, Greg.
Paul Reed here, representing Godolphin today. Corey's going to go out. Oh, don't go too far, Corey. That's a beautiful jacket you're wearing, and I fear that water's not going to be its friend today.
No, I Scotch guard it before I left this morning, so it should be right.
It's got to be cashmere, hasn't it?
For sure. That's how I roll.
Here's Zach.
Well done, Zach. He looked to have taken good improvement out of the other day's run.
Yeah, he was always going to. Obviously, he was well supported first up, and he showed all the qualities that he was going to improve second up, and yeah, he never felt like getting beat there.
He travelled well through it.
Yeah, he did. Well prepared by the team. James done a good job with him, and same with Reedy, who's here today. So it's good to get the job good to get the job done in front of him.
We're down to 13 runners now for the midway, and the red light is on. Navy Blood favourite in a very open market. Stand by for a break. Racing now, Extra Gear jumped beautifully off the inside from Oakfield Badger, and Bodgy goes straight to third. Sumo Star uses the fence to go to fourth on the inside of Rhythmic Pulse, then Navy Blood midfield. Further back to Cecil Street Lad, Spicy Hot Pot. Los Padres firing up back in the field. IPO being sent forward in a wide run. Clear from Sweet Ruby, Super Bright, and Angel Funds last of all. So it's Extra Gear a clear leader. Out by 2.5 at Oakfield Badger. Sumo Star third. A length and a half to Bodgy. Then came Rhythmic Pulse in front of Cecil Street Lad. 2 lengths further back to Navy Blood. A gap then to Spicy Hot Pot. Los Padres the rails. IPO on a wide trip as they come around the corner. And Extra Gear maintaining a good lead. Out by 2 or 3 lengths. Sumo Star being roused along, giving chase to the leader. Then came Oakfield Badger plodding. Further back to Bodgy and a gap to Navy Blood, about 6 off the lead. Extra Gear going to the 250. 2 lengths clear from Sumo Star, and now Navy Blood is starting to hit top gear. It's Extra Gear just in front, but Navy Blood is really getting through the ground, and Navy Blood draws clear. Sumo Star is second, then Los Padre, but a big win to Navy Blood, beating Sumo Star and a photo for third. Los Padre the inside and Bodgy wide out. They beat off Extra Gear, then Spicy Hot Pot, Sweet Ruby, Cecil Street Lad, IPO, Super Bright, Oakfield Badger and Angel Fund.
Navy Blood gets through it the best here, revelled in the going in that last little bit over the top of them. Navy Blood, Tyler Schiller and Richard and Will Freeman. That was the horse being replayed behind the gates. Second home will be Sumo Star. And for third, Los Padres is over on the inside and Bodgy's out wide. Just trying to line them up. You've got Los Padres. There he is over on the inside, black sleeves. And we'll just wait and see how close Bodgy is to that horse. We don't get a chance to look at that.
Yeah, look, the money was right there. He sat midfield, well-timed run by Tyler there to present him at the right time, and a good effort first up. So we might be progressive because he was unlucky in that Canberra Guineas before that little break. And he gets the job there, handling the wet track beautifully. Sumo Star had his chance, battled on well, another placing for him. And, we'll just wait for that third number between Los Padres and Bodgy.
Riding super Tyler Schiller at the moment. He's putting him in all the right spots. He's holding horses. He's just giving them a lot of confidence underneath him. They all seem to be travelling well for him and attacking the line. So, job well done there.
So Richard and Will Freeman with Navy Blood. Amy Taylor's here. First up in that going and went like a duck.
Yeah, he did. His 2 trials leading into it were really well and, set to go.
But never been on a heavy before and had never won on a soft, so was probably going to be tough going out there today for this horse, but it didn't look like it in the end.
Yeah, well, Richard was saying yesterday, therefore, the mother liked the wet track and...
Right.
The father had one start on the So7, so one.
The breeding helped.
Yep, breeding helped.
Well, we won't be afraid of a wet track again.
No, we won't be.
Well done.
Thank you.
Good on you, Amy. Now, what time have they run in that? I think just a touch quicker. 1:10.8. That's outstanding time. 1:10.8, 35.75.
Bizarre that they're running that time, and obviously that's a place of the track they haven't raced much on the inside. They're throwing a bit of fill back, but there's nothing wrong with the conditions of the track.
1:10.8, 35.75. Now 7 wins it, Navy Blood. 17 has run second, Sumo Star. Number 13 has run third, Los Padres, and 14, Bodgy, has run fourth. 7, 17, 13 and 14. And here's Corey with Tyler Schiller.
Well done, Tyler. Never looked like getting beat.
Yeah, he never felt like it either, to be honest. I didn't know if he'd handle the heavy track, but he seemed to get through it really well. He loves a bunny to chase, and when the speed was strong, it really suited him because he can get a bit on the chewy, but I thought once he rolled into it, he just felt like he just kept finding.
He had good acceleration on that going.
Yeah, definitely. I'd say the middle's probably a little bit better than the inside, just from what I felt in the first and second, but really good to get the win for the Freedmans.
Well done.
Thank you.
The Cool Duke's the one they've really come for. He's been really thriving on the heavy tracks up north, unbeaten in 3 starts. So Bonjour Rupert's in, Royal Teens the last to go forward. Light rain falling here for the running of the third, and we're just about set now. There's the light, ready to go on the highway. Cool Duke heavily backed. Pale blue silks today. Stand by. Racing off here in the highway, and Rajnish gets back from the wide draw with Bonjour, Rupert and Tanglewood and Ramones have jumped fast. Zanardi's lane there, and Cool Duke as well, as Ramones pushes on from the outside, and Ramones takes the lead from Cool Duke. Zanardi's lane. Tanglewood gets a great spot fourth, followed by Royal Teens. Where's the fire, the fence? Then Head Legislator. Further back to Remember Jack, super impressive at 3 and 4 wide. Further back to Zaru down on the fence from Bonjour, Rupert. Then came Rajnish, and Crop Duster sees them all. Ramones in front by a length to the heavily back favourite Cool Duke. Length and a half to Zanardi's lane, then Royal Teen, super impressive. Tanglewood is in the middle of the ruck now as they come up to the home turn. 4.50 to go. Ramones on the fence, shaken up, led by 2. Cool Duke coming a little bit wider with Royal Teens it's outside. Zanardi's lane still travels well. Running on well, Zanardi's lane. Further back to super impressive. Then came Remember Jack, and Tanglewood working into the clear now. It's Ramones, Zanardi's lane and Cool Duke, and now Tanglewood is starting to hit top gear. Zanardi's lane just in front from Tanglewood. The outside, Ramones fighting back, but Tanglewood wide out, puts the head in front, and Tanglewood a half head to Ramones. Zanardi's lane third, Cool Duke fourth, followed by Crop Duster. Then came Remember Jack from Royal Teens. Zaru, super impressive. Bonjour Rupert ran on all right at the end. Then Where's the Fire, Head Legislator, and Rajnish was last.
Well, Todd Howlett was right. He thought he'd get through it, and he has. He's got through and won at Tanglewood, but what about the betting? 2.25 when we did the preview this morning, about half an hour before the first, and it got out to $4.20. $4.20, Ronnie.
Yeah, one for the believers there, but he was in a beautiful spot. Then he sort of hit a flat spot when they went around him, but once Josh got him into the clear without the kickback going into him, I thought he was going to win easy, I must say. You could have nearly went the early crow there, because Ramones has fought really, really well on that inside. I don't know why they're dodging that. There's an advantage for someone that wants to have a crack there later on, with they're all running out the middle here. And, but too good. Ramones was solid and excellent there from Zanardi's lane.
Inside patch there, Ronnie. They're not really marking it. It's quite obvious compared to getting out 5 or 6 off the fence. I couldn't agree more. Something's definitely going to cruise through there and win a race soon. But great ride by Joshy Parr. He's a really balanced rider, and he rode that a treat.
All right, they've run 1:11.75, 36.13. That was run through fairly steady range. 6.4, 13 and 12. 6.4, 13 and 12.
Congratulations, Joshy. Nice little win, that.
Yeah, it was, and he went really well at Rosehill, his first up run. I was keen on getting back aboard him today, and as we've seen, he's won well. He tried as hard as the St George Dragons to throw it away the last 100, and I had to get pretty desperate on him there late, but he's perfectly prepared for me today, and he got the job done.
Did he take a little bit of balancing up once he entered the straight?
Yeah, he did. He actually rocks and rolls a bit when you let him go, and especially on ground that's giving like it is. It was a shock to his system, but I'm glad to have got the victory.
Well done, mate.
Todd, I don't think he loved it, but you've got to win.
No, it's great to get a win, and he got through it, but I don't think anything would really love it out there, would they?
He seems like he has got a future.
No, I definitely think he has, and he's lightly raced. He's done a good job, and yeah, it's great.
What do you think he's going to be best at over what journey? Is he there at the moment, 1,200?
Oh, I don't think so. I think he'll get 1,400.
Right.
At least. Yeah, maybe. Yeah, probably 1,400. Yeah.
Do you? You can have another go at a highway. You got one more up your sleeve.
Yeah, and I think there's another one in a couple of weeks. It all depends how he comes through this. This will be pretty tough on him today. So see how he gets through that and see where we go from there. There's no rush with him.
No, well done, mate.
Thanks very much.
Riding for Mick Price and Michael Kent Jr. Locked and loaded now. Ready to go. Race 4 on the card here at Newcastle. Racing Desperado is only fairly into stride. Iceray the inside and Flash Merrier both jump well. Piraeus handy and now Urban Outlook sent forward there by Aaron Bullock. And Funambulist is trying to go forward as well on the outside of Thought Provoking. Desperado midfield. Golfer Tamini's hunting through on the rails. Faze Angels easing back for cover. On the outside of the 3-year-old Anderson Bridge. And the last two, Spay Caster and our Marianne. So Faze Angels, Flash Mary moves up now and Flash Mary takes the lead away from Iceray. 2 off to Urban Outlook, who's gone to a clear third, and Funambulist is still doing a bit of work, looking for its position. It looks as though it's found it now in fourth on the outside of Piraeus, although it keeps going forward now. Funambulist 3 wide. 2 for the back to Thought Provoking, a half the inside goal for Tamini, a length and a half to Spay Caster, then come Anderson Bridge, Faze Angels, and the last 2 are Marianne on the inside of Spay Caster. So about 10 to 12 lengths covers the field, and Flash Mary, who was in a bit of a mood going out onto the track, she is a dominant leader down the back by 2. Funambulist has got the spot on the outside of Iceray. Urban Outlook with cover fourth on the outside of Piraeus. 2 lengths further back to Golf of Tamini is wedged away down on the inside at this point. So Golf of Tamini is about dead set midfield. Thought Provoking holds it in. 2 further back to Desperado from Anderson Bridge. Faze Angels, our Mariana, and Spay Caster, a dozen off them last of all. So Flash Mary towards the 900 metres. Flash Mary by 1 now on Funambulist. Iceray tucked away third. Urban Outlook given every hope by Bullock fourth, followed by Piraeus, then Thought Provoking. Now Desperado and our Marianne start their runs together. Golf of Tamini getting shuffled back from Anderson Bridge and Faze Angel. 600 metres to run, and it's Flash Mary, a narrow leader, but the runs have come pretty early here. Wide out Thought Provoking. Desperado, our Marianne have taken off, and Funambulist hard ridden on the inside trying to keep up. Into the straight, Thought Provoking and Desperado. And Desperado lays it down to Thought Provoking. Nothing between the pair. Thought Provoking, Desperado. Anderson Bridge is running up behind them, and Faze Angels chiming in on the outside. Desperado at the 150. This is a desperate finish. There's nothing in this. Spay Caster's gone right up the inside. Pulled their pants down. Spay Caster from last has got up to win it from a game Desperado and Funambulist, followed by Iceray and Faze Angels wide out. Then came a Thought Provoking from Anderson Bridge, Piraeus, Urban Outlook, Golf of Tamini, and our Marianne started that run at the 600, but at the end failed to beat one home.
Well, Spay Caster's won an absolute slog there in the fourth over the longest journey we've had today. Have a look at them. Mud splattered from inside to out, and Spay Caster getting up on the inside to grab Desperado, getting through Funambulist and out wide. You can't see the nose of Desperado. There's Desperado's nose, and that will be Desperado in second spot and Funambulist in third.
Yeah, a few boys got itchy there, making their moves a long way from home, but I think we were calling for it the previous race. Just mind your own business and come up the inside. And that's exactly what Josh Parr has done, coming from last here on Spay Caster, who can stay, and he just comes with a well-timed ride to get over the top of the tough Desperado, and Funambulist, who looked gone, fights back. So a strange race. They got a little bit itchy, a few boys.
Yeah, definitely the ride won the race there, Ronnie. Josh Parry was sitting back near enough to last. He could have been a little bit tempted to take off with our Marianne Braithnock when he got going at about the 600 metre mark. It would have given him a terrific trail into the race, but decided to ride for luck. And like we've been saying the first few races, that inside part of the track there is not marking nowhere near as bad as the outs, so it could be the place to go.
2:23.62, 2:23.62, home in 36.75, and the numbers are up. 2-3. 9 and 5. 2-3, 9 and 5. Damien Fitton, double for Josh Parr. He knew where to go.
Yeah, that's probably an 11 out of 10 ride. Best you'll see all day, as I just said. That was a masterclass. He let the race unfold, let the horse find a rhythm, and saved as much ground as he could. And yeah, he was too strong at the end.
What did the stable think coming here today on this very heavy track?
Look, it was obviously going to be a question whether he got through it, but he got through a soft track last start at Canterbury, and we've always said to the owners, once he gets up to this trip, he's going to come into his own. So we started him off in the midweek grade, and then now we've got him here to Saturday, and he's racing for $160,000 prize money. So he's going to keep picking up these races, and he's a horse in good order.
Well done.
Thank you.
And here's Josh Parr.
Congratulations, Josh. Terrific ride. You could have been a little bit tempted when our Marianne got a bit itchy there at 600 to tack onto the back, but you decided to ride for luck.
Yeah, that's right. Such testing conditions, I thought, no, I'll wait and try and get him the last little bit, and it worked out really well. We got a saloon passage through, and to the horse's credit, it was tight room there. I had to give him a yell to go through, and he pinned his ears back and really hit the line. So good on him.
Could you feel the inside noticeably better than where you were in the race before? Like, I know you're only probably 5 or 6 off the race before, but inside it doesn't seem to be marking as bad.
Yeah, spot on, Corey. That fresh pad of ground that we have compared to where they raced on Thursday, the fill from Thursday is evident. And when I asked for that horse in the previous race, he just spun a little bit in the loose going, whereas back on the inside there, as well as a horse can sprint at the back end of 22 on heavy ground, he did, and he's just getting a really good purchase.
Well ridden.
Thank you.
Race 5.
In a Gosford, benchmark 72 over a mile. There's the light. Stand by. Racing. And a starter's dream there. Nana's Wish jumped out well. Miss Hades is right there, and the import Farnborough not too far away. Scarlet Ochre's right there on the insiders. Dances with Hooves advance its position. And the last 3 early is Callistamon together with Green Shadows, and Piggyback wide out is being eased back to last. So Farnborough, the Irish import, makes the running. Nana's Wish strides to second. Dances with Hooves in third. Then the favourite Scarlet Oak plonked on the fence. 2 after Miss Hades from Callistamon, Green Shadow, and 2 after Piggyback last. So about 8 lengths covers the field at the 1200 and now to the 1000 metres, and Farnborough in front. Was a real mudlark in Ireland. Farnborough leads by 3/4 to Nana's Wish, and Scarlet Oak is right on the coattails of the front runner. Dances with Who's a length away 4th. Then came Callistamon from Miss Hades, 2 after Green Shadows, and Piggyback on the rails last of all. No change to the action down the side, and Farnborough shows the way for Molly Burke, out by 3/4 to Nana's Wish. Scarlet Oak still tucked away on the inside. Dancing with Hooves. Further back to Callistamon. Miss Hades starting to go forward. Green Shadows under the pump. Equal last as they come around the home corner with Piggyback into the straight now. And Farnborough shows the way. Left the fence. Scarlet Oak is going right up the inside. Zach Lloyd right in the fence hard as Nana's Wish moves up on the outside. Inside the 300, and Scarlet Oak takes the lead from Nana's Wish the outside. Callistamon goes to third. Green Shadows late on the scene, but Scarlet Oak is really opening up the shoulders. 3 lengths clear from Nana's Wish. Piggyback running on, but ease down Scarlet Oak. That was so easy. Scarlet Oak by 3 to Nana's Wish. Piggyback from last third. A gap to Callistamon, then Green Shadows. They gapped the rest. Farnborough weakened right out from Dances with Hooves and Miss Hades.
Scarlet Oak, Zach Lloyd riding for Chris Waller. A race-to-race double for the Waller stable. Spaycaster in the previous. Scarlet Oak in this. Beats the Kieran Maher pair of Nana's Wish and Piggyback.
Yeah, very cool, calm and collected there. She was always in control and had a little bit up the sleeve. Wasn't really asked for an extreme effort. So can she go straight to Brisbane after here in her first racing prep? Maybe she can. So we'll see what they got to say about her, but that was a terrific win from the very honest Nana's Wish there, and Piggyback looks to have a future as well. That's his first defeat, but it was way up in class there, but so soft, and at least Zach's watching the replays straight up the inside.
Yeah, if Chris does elect to take her to Brisbane, I think she's in for a terrific future, this horse. She's obviously got a lot of furnishing to do. She's still not the finished product, but that was as easy as watches you're going to have here today.
Yeah, very, very comfortable. Scarlet Oak wins. 9 beats 4. 9 beats 4. Damien Fitton, Zach Lloyd's paying attention to everything that's going on out there.
Yeah, look, we had a little talk beforehand and said just follow what Josh did in the last. She's a quality filly, so it was a great win today.
She got through that okay?
Yeah, she did. Well, she got through it last start where she probably just got tired the last 50 because she was first up in Australia, and stablemate subsequently beat her, but the form's been good since, and look, she really did get through it today. So it's good signs going forward with a bit of rain up in Queensland. So that helps.
Well, Scone next week, so that's too close. So it's definitely a Queensland campaign.
Yeah, look, I'd say, leave it to Chris, but she's probably on her Oaks path, as we thought all along. So, look, the natural progression would be the Roses, but look, we'll leave that to Chris. We'll see how she comes through today, but I'd say she's booked a trip up to Queensland. Well done.
That was an easy watch, Zach.
Yeah, it was. Made my life very easy. She's very good.
Does she feel like a really good horse? Because she gives the signs to be a good one.
Yeah, she's not overly built. She's very lightly framed, but geez, the whole way throughout, she just comes up underneath you whenever you ask. And top of the straight, I was just looking around for something to come with me, but she's just a level above these at the moment. And very very privileged to get the rides on these nice horses.
Well done, bud.
Thank you.
Late scratching been taken off the track. 2:14 the scratching time. Stand by for a start in the Gosford Gold Cup. Midas Mancain refusing to load, and they're racing. And jumping well, Goldman off the inside, giving a bit of a dig in the ribs there. Being sent forward, Not Usual Glorious, and now Sir Lucan building up the res wide out. Future History a handy fourth. They're followed by He's a Shocker going into a forward roll. We've Gone Churin going up the fence, Double Cherry deep out. Carmaguay taken back with Commander Bell, Estefani, and 3 lengths away to Verona. Favourite leads heading to the back, Goldman, out by a length. In second position, Not Usual Glorious, who drops the head down, and Sir Lucan third, just coursing a little bit deep. Gone Churin pushes from the inside to improve its ground, followed then by Future History. 2 lengths to Double Cherry on the outside of He's a Shocker, has found a midfield spot, the fence. 2.5 then to Carmaguay on the outside of Commander Bell. Last year's Gosford Cup winner Estefani is second last, and 2 lengths away to Verona. So about 12 or 14 lengths covers the field, and Regan Bayliss has the favourite in the lead here, Goldman, out by a length and a half on a very relaxed, Not Usual Glorious, the South Australian. It really thrives on these heavy tracks. Gone Churin third, the inside is Sir Lucan, and then came Future History a length away. Further back to He's a Shocker, then Double Cherry. 2 lengths to Commander Bell and Carmaguay. They go stride for stride, and the last two, Verona, ranging up on the outside of Estefani. So they've completed the back straight section and run to the bend now, and it's Goldman in front by 3/4 to Not Usual Glorious. So Lucan covering ground in third, then Gone Churin getting an economical run on the fence, a length clear from Future History. Then came He's a Shocker from Double Cherry, a gap to Carmaguay from Commander Bell, Estefani, and Verona's got it all to do. 600 metres to go. Goldman is just the leader from Sir Lucan, and Not Usual Glorious has been given a wind up now in third, and it's taking him a while to go on with it. Into the straight, and it's Goldman and Sir Lucan. The two stablemates at it at the 400 metres, and Sir Lucan's running a big race. Sir Lucan went past Goldman, and with 300 metres to go, Sir Lucan's opened up by 3. He's a Shocker's knuckling down, giving chase. Looks the only danger. 200 to go. Sir Lucan in front. He's a Shocker is starting to rope it in a length away. Sir Lucan still in front. He's a Shocker drawing level. Sir Lucan and He's a Shocker. He's a Shocker going home best, and He's a Shocker knocked off Sir Lucan, and a gap back to Double Cherry third. Goldman weakened into fourth. A gap to Carmaguay. An even bigger gap to Future History. Estefani, Gone Churin, Not Usual Glorious, and tailed off Commander Bell and Verona.
Ben Elam, well done. You were telling us earlier that today was the day on this wet track for He's a Shocker.
Yeah, look, he's a horse that, the more rain the better. So when we were sitting in the pub last night having a beer talking about the races, and the Newcastle Trots got abandoned, we were pretty confident that we were going to get the track that we wanted. So, he got it last time, but he's just sticky away all the time. And, we did a few things with him since his last start, and just kept him nice and fresh, told Chad to, wake him up in the barriers and see if he'd jump, and he really gave us something today to work with. He was able to settle midfield rather than be right out the back where the race is sort of over before it started.
Yeah. You weren't bothered when Rachel took off on Sir Lucan and put a gap on the field?
No, I wasn't, because he's a horse that he doesn't slow down, but he doesn't necessarily quicken. So when he gets those revs up, he just holds that gallop the whole way. So, that horse was out on a limb throughout the whole race, and I thought, it's got to stop at some stage. It obviously put up a great showing, and, you got to have respect for all these horses. They're all natural wet trackers that go well, and, he did a terrific job today to chase down, and I'm looking forward to getting him up to Queensland where it's wet as well.
Okay, well done.
Thank you.
Here's Chad Schofield.
Well done, Chad. He had an absolute dream running tram outrands it, and then he found himself in a sticky position down around about the 600, but once he overcome that, he rolled to the line well.
Yeah, it was a good effort. Like you said, I had a beautiful, cosy run on the rail. He spat the bit out and found a lovely rhythm. Obviously, with these kind of horses, momentum is key, and I thought it was a good effort because I actually had to break his momentum because the horses in front of me stopped that quickly. I just sort of come back and around, and I thought maybe Rachel King had sort of, she was off and gone, but when I got into clear, he really quickened nicely with 54 on his back, and he's a noted mudlark, and he was a good win.
Well done.
Thanks.
Favourite drawn barrier 2. Astero made a little lunge at the gates there. Stand by. Racing. They're off. Favourite Semyon was first into stride and bounds to an early lead. Showing a bit of muster is Devil's Throat going to second. Diamond Diesel, Astero handy. And moving up now is Grand Impact wider on the track. Centre one taken back from Estadio Mastar. Now What He Goes has been taken back and is very wide on the track from Foxfighter Tashi. What He Goes back to second last now and 15 rounds at the rear. Semyon the favourite leads out by 3/4 to Grand Impact into a clear second. Diamond Diesel off the track. Then came Astero from Cinnabon, Devil's Throat. Tashi takes off out wide. What He Goes tries to get a cheap run on its back, but it's caught even wider now. What He Goes as they come to the turn. There's plenty happening. Semyon in front, staying at a harm's way. Semyon leads from Grand Impact and Diamond Diesel strides up. Clear from Astero looking for room. Then Tashi and What He Goes down the outside. It's Semyon a narrow leader. It's just in front of Grand Impact and Diamond Diesel trying to stick on, but Semyon ups the ante now and race 2. 3 lengths clear from Tashi, Astero and down the outside of Stadio Mastea. Semyon's going to lead from barrier to box in the takeover target. Beat Tashi, Astero third, Stadio Mastea fourth. Go back to Diamond Diesel, Devil's Throat, What He Goes. Then came Grand Impact, a long margin to Cinnabon, Foxfighter and 15 rounds.
Everything went to plan for Semyon, an inside gate straight to the front and has won the takeover target. Number 16, Zach Lloyd a treble. Team Hawks the winning trainers. Tashi will be second, Astero third.
Yeah, everything did go to script there, and he got a beautiful mid-race. He showed the aggression out of the barrier enough to be left alone. Then he slowed up and they fell for the trick, and then he was just too sharp the last little bit. Got tired late, which was expected at 1200, and he holds off Tashi. So a great piece of placement by Team Hawks there. And the big boys got it right late, 390 there at the finish with the NOP, so it was a good go. Tashi honest, Astero good, and an encouraging first up run there from Estadio Mastala.
He bounced out beautifully by Zach and took advantage of his good barrier.
Look, that was always the plan, Greg, obviously to jump and go forward. It was just a matter of what wanted to take him on, and when they transferred it to Newcastle, it was probably a great thing for racing, but for this bloke, Gosford would have probably suited him well, being a shorter straight, but with nothing taking him on, he just jumped, relaxed, he got into a beautiful rhythm, and Zach just let him go through the gears, and with a lightweight, he's won very well.
Was he going well in Melbourne?
Look, he's flying in Melbourne. Last start he should have won, he just drew a bad barrier and he just got pipped on the post, and it's his first win at 1200, but over the distances he's just never had any luck. He's just had bad barriers, and unfortunately this day and age everything's very even and barriers win races, so it's good he drew well today, as I said, jumped, lead and kicked on the corner, and it's a very deserving win for him.
Yeah, and he's a listed winner now.
Yeah, he's a listed winner. He's a son of Shalar. He's only lightly raced, but he's won over 600,000 in prize money till today, and seems like he's been around forever, the horse. But look, the ownership group, they've been great, Neil Werrett and everybody, and I've got to give Wayne, the pre-trainer, a mention. It was a fabulous pre-training effort. Thank you very much.
He's done it again.
Thank you very much.
Here's Zach Lloyd with a treble.
Well done, Zach. You showed intent the first furlong, got total control of the race.
Yeah, obviously, quick run into that first bend. I knew I had to be positive out to just to make my intentions clear. And from there, I just had to look for that one furlong cheaply, and got a nice section around the bend. And he was very tough, this horse. He's been a while outside the winning stall, but good to see him tough it out today.
Well done.
Thank you.
Being run at Newcastle today.
The honours, and Hollywood Hero is the last to go forward now. ready to go in the coast of 2024. Stand by, they're off and racing, and a good line out. I Know a Star jump well from Magnus Spin, Jambaroo, and then Golden Path. Tavi Time going through the middle. Then came Premise from Williamsburg, getting back from Bilt Grabini. 3 wide early, and 2 lengths away to Hollywood Hero. I Know a Star under some siege here early. Jambaroo, the rank outsider of the field, and 3 wide Magnus Spin. Golden Path fourth, and there's the favourite Tavi Time. So Dylan Gibbons has put the hot favourite into a terrific spot in the first 2 furlongs. Clear from Premise, then came Williamsburg. Grabini gets back looking for cover on the outside of Bilt, and 3 lengths away to Hollywood Hero. I Know a Star weathered the early storm and now has the lead all on its own. It's I Know a Star, 2 lengths clear from Magnus Spin. Jambaroo dropped back to third and is about 4 off the lead now as I Know a Star is really running. Fourth on the inside, Golden Path. A length then to Tavi Time in the running line. A length and a half to Williamsburg from Premise. Then came Bilt from Grabini, and Hollywood Hero sees them all and would be the best part of 12 off the lead. So I Know a Star at a good gallop, as he does. I Know a Star. 4 in front to Magnus Spin off the bridle, followed by Golden Path. Now Tavi Time being revved up, 6 off the lead. They've got 300 metres to go. I Know a Star 2 in front. Magnus Spin. Williamsburg running well. Tavi Time labouring a little bit. Don't know if you want to be on the favourite. I Know a Star 2 lengths clear from Williamsburg. Magnus Spin. Tavi Time still battling. Williamsburg moved up now. Williamsburg takes the lead from I Know a Star and Magnus Spin. Williamsburg. Magnus Spin's kicking back. Magnus Spin has worried Williamsburg out of it. Magnus Spin a half head to Williamsburg. I Know a Star, I think, clung on to third, followed then by Hollywood Hero, Golden Path, and Tavi Time has laboured up the straight, and a gap back to Bilt, and Premise was one of the last to finish.
Magnus Spin. There's disdain in Flindell's voice as he hit the lead. Magnus Spin, well, Williamsburg, he went up to win. He had his nose in front. They got past I Know a Star. But Magnus Spin for Leon and Troy Corstons. Tommy Sherry has got its nose down on the line and is going to win a $500,000 race. Magnus Spin. Williamsburg, the wet tracker, has run second. I Know a Star third. Nowhere for Tavi Time.
Whoa, what a tough win that was. You know, you had to bring the field up to I Know a Star, which is no easy feat. Then they go past him and he rallies again late. So on the inside again here, first and third. So, Williamsburg just loomed up and said, where am I? And just had too much fight. The winner, Magnus Spin, the 2 best wet trackers, 1 and 2.
Well, we don't see the Leon and Troy Corstons stable up here often enough, Kevin. Well done.
Thank you very much. Yeah, it was a very nice win.
Very tough win.
It was. I said to Tommy before the race that he's a tough horse, and I said when the chips are down, he'll really start to pull it out. So he's done well.
And you came here not worried about a wet track?
Not really. No, he won his maiden on a wet track, so we were pretty confident he liked this thing out of the ground.
Does he stay up here or does he go home? What's the story?
We're actually heading to the Gold Coast now, so we've got a couple of horses that we're taking up, so we'll be leaving early in the morning and head back to the Gold Coast.
A $500,000 stop-off.
That was a very good stop-off, yes.
Well done.
Thank you.
Good on you.
Congratulations, Tommy. Really good effort. He had to work early. He had to drag the rest of the field up to the leader. He got headed and he still fought back.
Yeah, credit to him. Credit to the team because they brought him here in brilliant order. I just said I had to do a little bit of work early. I didn't really want to sit behind Jambaroo. But once I got there, I gave him a nice breather. Unfortunately, Rachel didn't take the foot off the gas and I had to chase her again. But credit to him, he fought hard. He was headed and he stuck his head out when it mattered.
Well done, mate.
Cheers.
Ready now for the 900 dash. Passaggiata $1.80. Stand by. Waiting for the all clear. Gates are back. They're off and racing. Now, Passaggiata, where is she? Going forward. Well, the first into stride towards the inside is Polylithic, and Polylithic's going to lead from Cote, followed in third position by Upside, and Passaggiata is going to settle fourth, and in a 3-wide no-cover position. 2 lengths away to a stay, Markle Dreamer out, Bellagio Miss Iron Hat, and Deep Rouge is last of all. So after the sharp start, Polylythic comes wider on the course. Cote hugging the rails, followed by Upside, and Passaggiata has to do all the chasing. 300 to go, Polylythic. Passaggiata moves up the outside. Cote is hanging tough towards the inside, and it's Cote the leader. A length and a half to Passaggiata, who sticks to the task. Cote the insider, Passaggiata flashing home at the end is Deep Rouge, but Cote's back in business today. Cote takes it out. Nearly did heat second. Deep Rouge, Passaggiata, our Bellagio Miss fourth. A gap back to Markle Dreamer, Polylythic. Further back to Iron Hat from Astea and Upside.
You've laid the odds on and you've been beaten by Cote. The much maligned Cote, who has been a problem his whole life. He's got a new home out there with Blake Ryan at Hawkesbury. They were fiddling around with a lot of gear there at Hawkesbury last Saturday, and they kept most of it on except for the blinkers today, Ronnie. And on the fence, Cote's been able to beat Passaggiata. Well, let's talk about the start first of all.
Yeah, well, she didn't fly the lids, the favourite, and then she's sort of 3 deep in the where you don't want to be. Well, you know, it's not the preferred place you want to be because the up on those first 2 lanes has obviously been very good today. So she lost her edge there, and he took advantage of that in a fast race where he didn't have to bolt. And on the back up, recent runs, we can make all the cases in the world for him now. Yeah, we know he's got the talent, but a mind of his own. Good job, Blake, to back him up and have the, the faith in him to mess with the gear and get it right.
Yeah, it's always easy after the event, Ronnie, but as I said in the enclosure, his parade was terrific. He looks like he's really strengthened up. Obviously, he was really busy out there at Hawkesbury and went way too hard, but having that edge knocked off him and having the perfect running transit and finding the fence there, I'm going to give a congratulations to Blake as well. He's well trained.
Okay, so K-Day wins. The numbers are up there. 1, 5, 6 and 4. They've run 52.71 for the 900, 34.28 for the last 600. Well done, Blake. We were talking last Saturday at Hawkesbury, wondering if it would all work out for Cote. It didn't, but it did today.
It did today. You know, he got things to suit today. He got his wet track. He's got third up on the back up, took the wind out of his sails last week, and he walked around the yard here, the best I've seen him ever, probably parade and attitude-wise. And you'll see your jock and a strong one on him. And, no, it's really good and, just great for Phillip. And Monique and Wayne that stayed in him when Phillip bought him, and they've been great supporters of mine, so it's great to repay the faith.
Those blinkers came straight off as quick as they went on.
Straight off. You've got to keep thinking with this horse, and he's been a test, but one on the board. Got to get another one now.
And what did you think? The favourite slow away, and you were in a great spot.
I was very happy with that. Like in pre-race, I said to Kobe, we've just got to try and get him to run well. And I basically said, forget the favourite, ride him to run second. Just be comfortable with him. But when it didn't step, and we were there pretty comfortably, and the one outside us was precious, so I was confident on the corner. He just had to hang on. I thought he was fit enough today, and he loves the ground, so he got the job done.
Well done. Good on you.
Thanks, Greg.
And here's Kobe.
Give us a look at those fingers, mate. Old cotton fingers here. He got the key to Cote. Well done, mate.
Thank you. I can't take much credit with him. I spent 10 minutes on the horse. He's just a matter of just being gentle with him early, and over 900 metres on a heavy track, which he does like, it just makes my job a lot easier. And with a backup, Blake, with the short time that he's had with him, he's done a very good job. Even going to the barriers, he gets the pony and he's busy, but it's almost like he knows if he's got the pony, he's not supposed to take off 100 mile an hour. In saying that, I wouldn't want to attempt it and go without the pony.
Well done, mate.
Thanks.
For the last, the Coast program transferred from Gosford to Newcastle, and there's the light standing out like a beacon in the fading light. Ready to go. And the gates are back. They're off and racing. And Baroque Road handle the start well, together with Starman, and Cruel Summer under a vigorous ride goes to third. Salasano the outside on the improve from Audette, Divine Glory, and Heuristic caught wide. Further back to Sir Ravenelli, and Sky Wolf is last. Cruel Summer eventually got to the front. Had to do a bit of work to achieve that. Out by 2 on Salasano, who sits up on the outside of Baroque Road. Audette goes to fourth in front of Starman. Then came in again Divine Glory, and Heuristic's off the track without cover. And the last two, So Ravanelli on the outside is Sky Wolf. Cruel Summer 2 in front. From Salasano and Baroque Road with 600 metres to go. Audit moves up into a 3-wide position. Further back to Starman, Heuristic, Sir Ravanelli the deepest. And again creeping into it on the rails as they straighten up now. And Cruel Summer at the 350, led by a length and a half to Baroque Road. Then came Adetta's running well. And a gap back to Sir Ravanelli is coming right down the outside of the track. Baroque Road moved up to take the lead. But here's Sir Ravanelli. The greys bursting down the middle of the track. Sir Ravanelli in front from Baroque Road. And again flashing through with Starman. But Sir Ravanelli's won the last. One at a neck to Starman. Cruel Summer third. Then again Baroque Road. Sky Wolf was next from Heuristic. Well, Dad ran a cheeky race but got tired the last 50. Then came Divine Glory and Salasano.
Well, there he is, the big grey, Sir Ravanelli, out where no one's been all day. Sir Ravanelli, the widest horse. The horse from Tuncurry, Terry Evans and Digger McClellan have come down the outside. And then he started to take a few little dolly steps and then it was only Starman.
I think he knew it was Starman coming at him. But anyway, look, he went wider than most, so maybe that was a plan from Digger. Maybe just that middle was the no-go zone by where the fence was the other day. But he's right out there, and there was a horse earlier, the horse they backed in the highway that did that, come from a mile back and come down that section of the track as well. So whether it was planned, if it was planned, it was a pretty good plan. Starman did his thing, and again makes ground. I think Baroque Road's one to follow. Maybe the market said he needed the run. He loomed up to win and knocked up. So I'm tipping he'll be better for the run. But good on him. He's been a popular old horse.
He has been a popular horse, and it's great to see a team like that. Like I said earlier, I know he's not the easiest of horses to ride. He was quite difficult earlier on in his career, and Digger gets along really, really well with him. And like Ronnie said, if that was the plan, well planned.
All right, we're going to have a chat to Terry Evans. He told us in the pre-race interview he'd love to get him to a Kosciuszko, but before that he'd love to get him to a Ramorni. But let's celebrate this win first of all. He's done it for you.
He has, Greg. That must be your luck interviewing us again, you know, so that's great.
Some people say it's a mock.
No, not
never,
really.
Never.
Known you too long for that.
I think I've interviewed you twice about this horse. One was before the country championships at Tuncurry and again today.
Again today, yeah. No, he won well. Digger rode him a treat. We didn't think we'd get across. Just said give him a dig out and see what happens. And he just took him easy and dropped him back and then took off. It was a great ride.
I wonder when the plan popped into his head to come right down the outside.
He said he had a spot there, but I'm not sure whether he could get to it. There was too many in front of him. So anyway, so he's done well.
So you said earlier you'd love to get to a Ramorni with him.
We'd love to go to Ramorni just to support Michael. He's great at Grafton Club, and we've won a few there, won 3 out of 4. So, but obviously we'd love to get to Kosciuszko.
Yeah.
You know, that's the main sort of goal for any country trainer.
Exactly.
You know, no, it'd be great if we could.
And if it was a wet track?
Wet track, even better. They can see what he does on it now.
Good on you. Well,
thanks, mate.
Well done.
Thanks, Greg.
Good luck with him, and let's find out what Digger was thinking there with Corey.
And good on you, Digger. Greys handle the wet.
Yeah, well, you know, the greys always swim in the wet, but I just had that planned all day. I knew there was a line there, and I just took it easy from the gate. I was always going to have to come back from that gate, and I just come back and let him work into it and pulled him to that part of the track. It's going to win easy, and then he's like Stargaze. He's a quirky bugger, and I got there, so that's the main thing.
He's not the easiest of horses to ride, but you get along well with him.
No, I do, because I've got good hands, Corey. You know, you can't buy them.
Well done, bud.